Hello everyone, this is iKonakona,
And it's Prof. Snape.
and this is actually not my gameplay, this is Prof. Snape's gameplay in UGC Highlander.
Oh, competitive.
Yeah, competitive.
So I play engineer on our team. We're Super Mystery Fish. We're in the Steel Division, and I think this is our latest match.
How did you even get that name? Super Mystery
Well,
Fish.
actually, we got it because we all sort of play on the Fish server, and we were actually casted. Like, our first scrim was casted on Twitch by this caster named Sud, and he actually called us the Super Mystery Team. And so I think a couple of our leaders like that name, so that's sort of what we...
Did they call you that because they didn't really know what your name was?
Yeah, we had no name at that time. We were just the Highlander team from the Fish server. So, yeah, I play engineer. It's not the most exciting of classes, but it's pretty fun. I do get some kills, and overall, like, one of the things that in this match, because this is actual game footage, you know, we scrimmed and stuff like that, but in the actual game, my goal was to survive, and so I try not to die as much as possible, because I realized, like, it's not a pub, you know, and that's probably the biggest thing that I had to learn. And I you know, I'm not the best, but survivability is definitely one of the things that I learned that I need to do better, and obviously you have more fun when you live. Yeah. So
well, also I think in Highlander, or in competitive play, they really tried to take advantage of numbers, like when you push and stuff, like you can call how many people are down on the other team, and that's when you actually push. Whereas in pubs, you can call that, but I mean, when is your team actually going to listen to you and push when the enemies are down?
Yeah, and that's one of the key things too. It's definitely a lot more teamwork, and that's one of the things that I feel like our team now at, I don't know, what are we, week 5, week 6? I finally feel like our team is there, you know, in terms of knowing when to push, and really I feel like pretty lucky because our team has pretty good players. So if any of you guys are watching who's on the team, it's really awesome to play on this team, because I feel like we have probably 4 or 5 really solid players on the team
that show up all the time.
Yeah, that show up all the time. We're notorious for having 1 million subs. Like, we have like subs every game, it seems like.
I was almost a sub one time, or for a scrim, not an actual game.
Yeah,
but
yeah. It's pretty crazy, but we have a lot of fun, and this is all of our first seasons, I think, in playing UGC. So, you know, that's also really good that we're sort of learning and playing together. And hopefully the team will stick around. I'm not exactly sure what the plans are, particularly because I'm moving to Hawaii, so we'll see about the ping. But, you know, it's a lot of fun to play. If you're, I guess you're into TF2 if you're watching this, but if you're kind of interested in doing competitive, I would just recommend just do it. You're probably gonna not do well in the first season, but that's to be expected. You know, no one, I think, does well their first.
Well, this is your first season and you're in Steel, right? That's not the lowest division, though.
Yeah, we're in like the, I want to say average division, but we're sort of in the everyone can play division.
Oh,
you know, so we're not
first years.
This part, by the way, missed all 6 shots. Oh, I hit him 8. I hate, but yeah, I got too excited. But yeah, I just recommend, you know, playing UGC. It's always more fun when you play with friends, especially I think in Steel. You know, don't take it too seriously, because, you know, I mean, it's supposed to be fun.
Not platinum.
Yeah, it's not platinum.
But at least you get to talk with other people over Mumble, right?
Yeah, and what's fun is you get to work together, which, if you're beyond the point of, oh god, pubs are so, you know, they're so difficult, they're so, you know, lack of coordination, then I would just say, yeah, just go for it, because you really have nothing to lose. Again, like, I feel lucky because this team is pretty decent. You know, we have a lot of good players, and our teamwork is pretty solid. So yeah, that was my first death, which, all things considered, that was, I think, a pretty long life.
Yeah, that was pretty good. As Engie trying to avoid all the action, set up the mini sentry, and then have it do chip damage. Yeah,
which is basically pretty much what I feel like my role is, because it's kind of hard to play engineer, because you know in a pub you're always just like, oh, I'm gonna hit my sentry, and you know, that's pretty much it.
You don't see a lot of level 3s in competitive.
Yeah, I mean, especially on King of the Hill, it's really tough to set up a level 3 because there's so much action, but I feel like my job is put the dispenser down, put a minigun down somewhere, and just sort of roam around and shoot things, and that's the thing that when I played lobbies on this map, I died a lot because I would go out there and try to like Rambo and kill everyone because I think, oh, I got 150
Take
health.
on the team by yourself.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, like that. Like normally in the lobby I would have just charged, but I was like, well, I gotta run away, and it's okay to run back to spawn and get healed up and stuff.
Yeah, I gotta wait for your team and make a team push.
Yeah, and that's sort of one of the things that I'm learning because I don't play engineer at all. I play a lot of demo, some medic, spy, pyro, heavy, stuff like
Basically
that.
the exciting classes.
Well, not the exciting. I enjoy those other classes. That's just what I stuck with. But yeah, playing engineer was kind of interesting because I don't really play engineer at all, and just learning about the the mechanics in terms of the quick drops and destroy, and then
and you don't use a script, right? I know there's scripts for doing that.
I don't use a script, and it also helped me improve my shotgun aim, which is something I'm still working on, but it definitely forced me to aim better, be more aggressive in terms of shotgun, because
that's basically the only weapon you have.
Yeah, and what I found is basically you could 2 or 3 shot someone pretty well, and you just gotta make sure that you kind of focus. So yeah, this was our match. We did pretty well again. We scrimmed, which was really great. Definitely recommend that.
Here come the crits, the crits.
And yeah, that's sort of that's my mistake. So anyway, yeah, this is our latest match. I'm not sure if I'm gonna play the rest of the season because of the ping issue being in Hawaii, but if it works out, I'd still love to play with these guys because they're fun to play with, and they're good, and it'll be nice to play regular season on maps that actually make
the
sense.
Normal maps.
Yeah.
I think this summer it's like for
fun.
Yeah, it's because during the summer, I guess all these maps that they're playing that's not the standard 5 CP maps or payload maps.
Yeah.
They're like there were some weird ones, but like 8 points you have to capture. And,
if you've been following, definitely you'll know that it's been some weird maps, ones that aren't usually in public servers. So it's been interesting. It's been fun. It's been nice. And definitely one of the things that I really like doing, having to play, I guess not having to play, but playing or participating. Ooh, backstab. In competitive is I watch a lot of streams of like scrims and stuff, and so as engineer, because I don't really play it, it really helps me a lot in terms of where do I put my stuff, because normally in pubs you can just sort of put in a standard spot and I just lay them down wherever, but in Highlander it's kind of important where you put your gear, and so I've been watching a lot of streams, and that definitely helps. I watch a lot of streams. I watch a lot of scrims because I kind of want to get a feel for the map. I do some lobbies, but I find that even if I just stay and don't play the game, but I'm watching the stream in like first person, like full screen, I kind of feel like I'm playing the game, and I get to know where the map and stuff is. So
sure. And also you're watching the platinum teams, right? Because it's usually the platinum teams that cast their scrims on Twitch TV.
Yeah.
So you're watching pretty much the best of the best and seeing where they put their stuff.
Yeah, and even again, like survivability is so important. Just being able to live and not die as often, because I think the teams that don't do well, they don't have a lot of numbers up, which again seems pretty obvious, but if you play in a public server, it's just like, oh, dying, not that big a deal, because you're going to respawn instantly, and the game isn't going to change, it doesn't really matter. But
you guys are getting pushed back here.
Yeah, I know, like this is the part where I thought, okay, we haven't capped it yet. I thought, okay, we're going to lose this round. Okay, that's fine. I mean, because it's down to a minute 40, and we haven't even gotten on the point, and that heavy is standing there, and it's like, okay, what are we going to do? So
7 health.
Yeah, 7 health. And I'm thinking, should I run back to spawn? Oh, there's a spy back there. I think he was down. In fact, he was down. But
Heavy!
Where did the heavy come from? I thought he died. But of course, I died instantly. So, but yeah, our team, I think our team is really solid. A lot of good players on the team. And yeah, I mean, I still like to play with them.
Yeah, every time I go on the Fish, the public server, I get scared of these guys.
Yeah,
people rocket jumping at me, people with flamethrowers chasing me. I'm like, oh man.
And I think that because this group is playing competitive, like I think everyone's game has gotten better. Like I don't really remember them being, I don't want to say this good, is that implies that they're bad, but I don't remember them being bad. I mean, or
it seems like they improved. They just improved from playing competitive, like their pub stomping. I guess I'd call it pub stomping now.
No, yeah, definitely, and they're definitely a force to be reckoned with. When we play on like the public server, because now I guess they have more confidence. Maybe they're like more focused on their classes,
and they go for medics. That's why I don't like playing medic. Every time I'm like, I'm probably safe, because people usually don't go for medics, but the guys who play competitive, they know how important the medic is, and they'll do anything to take you out.
Yeah,
so they'll rocket jump, they'll demo jump, they'll send in a pyro to chase you, anything to kill the medic. So when I play medic, I'm like, yep, so one of these SFF guys are gonna get me.
Yeah, and before the season started, I told like some people that my goal is to win one match, because I felt like our team had no experience, and if we beat another team, that's pretty good. I felt like, oh yeah, this part couldn't hit his shot. That's right. Our scout's so good.
Jumpy scout.
Our scout's so good. I'm just a distraction.
Yeah. See, most scouts in pubs just jump in the same direction, but the guys in competitive, since they can double jump and change the direction, it makes it super hard to hit them.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, this was our last game. Again, we're like 3-2, which is again pretty awesome, all things considered, and it's a lot of fun. So if you play pubs and you want to get into competitive or Highlander, I definitely recommend it, because it's so much fun, and just know your team personality. If you're going to take it seriously, if you want to be hardcore, you just got to figure it out, because I recommend first season just take it easy, because heal me, medic, heal me. But what's been going on with all your stuff as we continue watching this gameplay?
Well, I've been working a lot with Source Filmmaker that was recently released by Valve. It's so much fun to make these little short movies and stuff. I know I usually make commentaries, but going to animation, it's been a lot of fun. They give you a lot of powerful tools that make movies that look really cool. If you can do the lighting just right, and the camera motion just right, you can make a movie that doesn't just look like a demo recording of a match. You can make it actually like real custom animations and stuff. Ooh, almost got backstabbed. Who didn't get you?
I don't know.
Oh, he could have just revolvered you.
Yeah, I think he was really low though.
But yeah, haven't been doing that many commentaries. I do have I'm still continuing the tier list for the different types of maps. I've done payload so far, payload offense and defense, and I'm going to be doing control points next, CP maps. So look forward to that. And also, I have a little video, or actually a two-part video, of the cheap weapons in TF2. And
it's not really weapons.
I don't know. Yeah, well, actually, loadouts.
Loadouts,
more like it. It's like I don't know about cheap. I don't know if I have to work on the wording for that. But it's loadouts that seem just really overpowered.
They're cheap.
Yeah, okay, so I guess cheap is the right.
They're cheap, and everyone knows it.
I guess it's kind of like fighting games. The cheap characters, the cheap tactics, kind of things that just seem like there's no real counter to them, or they're really easy to use, easy to get kills with, and so I'm going to be going over that. And is that a spy?
It looks like a spy. It was weird.
With that new scout weapon, the new gun where it makes you run slower. Yeah. Now all these legit scouts are looking like spies, and it's.
But I mean, he was using the regular one, but still, like he was just strafing. Weird.
Yeah, strafing really weird. It looks. I don't know. Maybe they changed that because it looks slower than normal, and sometimes I get confused. Usually, spy scouts are easy to see, but sometimes I guess it's a little confusing. But yeah, I have the cheap loadouts video I'm working on, so you'll be able to watch that later on. And I'm going to be continuing Source Filmmaker. I'm just having a hell of a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, and I've been here in California watching him use that.
Yeah. Well, I haven't. Yeah. Well, since you were here, I haven't been doing a lot of commentaries and stuff. But you're going to be going back to Hawaii, so after that, I can work more on my videos, commentaries, and animations. So. Yep, that'll be pretty fun.
So yeah, that cheap stuff, it's good because everyone knows the cheapest loadouts, and I mean, come on, everyone.
And it might even be good for, I guess, new people. Some of the loadouts are not easy to use.
Yeah, definitely.
But if you can really learn, really stick with it and learn it, it seems really cheap.
Yeah.
And it's an easy way to get kills, like a lot of kills and stuff. So
way heavy.
Actually, I would have to say that's one of the cheapest classes. Like, it's probably the easiest class, I think, to pick up for new people. Just pick heavy. Soldier can be complicated. I mean, on the surface, Soldier is easy because all you do is you just shoot rockets. But, with rocket jumping and stuff, it can really make Soldier complicated. But I think Heavy is one of the most It's just the easiest to understand, simplest class to use. That can get a lot of kills because, well, one, a lot of damage output with that minigun, but also the medic's usually on you, right? In pubs, even in pubs, the medic pretty much knows to heal the heavy, and so you're gonna stay alive a lot longer. You're gonna get a lot of kills, and it's just a pretty cheap class in general.
Oh, the Wrangler. I know.
You busted it out. I don't know why you busted. You said it was gone.
I realized watching this back what happened. So I had 95 metal, and I thought I could lay down another gun. But in fact, but what happened was I pulled out the builder thing, and then nothing was there. So then, but I ran forward and picked up the metal from my previous gun. So then I had over 100, and then I was stuck on the. I guess I was stuck on that Wrangler for some reason because I pressed it because I didn't have anything to build with. So. Oh yeah, this part. I was so excited. I was
medic.
Like,
it's
60.
Like free medic.
60. Okay, that's 80. That's 100 damage right there on the medic. And I was like, oh yeah, I got him. And then nothing happened. But that's okay. That's okay. What I should have done was put that down. Like I was thinking about, I should have put it down, but I should have put it down facing the other way. Because that way it would shoot this way first. Oh, the head.
Right.
And then it would delay the shot on this side. So that way it wouldn't shoot them instantly so they wouldn't see it. But yeah, I'm not really sure why I picked Wrangler. I had seen it in a scrim and it actually worked fairly well. But I decided that yeah, I'm just gonna not shoot the Wrangler at all. But again, like you can see our top scorers, heavy and medic, and usually an off class of one of our other smaller classes. So yeah, we rolled 3-0 on the other team, and they were really nice though. They were really cool people. They weren't mean or anything, which was nice because we ran into a couple of teams that were a little too serious.
Were they salty when they lost?
Well, actually, they beat us.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, they're a little like serious, like on the start time. Like I know you got to start at a certain time, but I think the situation was we started. We waited for them. Like we rescheduled the match to wait for them, and so when it was our turn to like wait, like they didn't want to wait for us for some reason. So yeah, that was really lame. And yeah, the one of the things that I like about Engineer too is I get a lot of assists, like from the minigun and from the shotgun, and that's my role. It took me like this long to figure out my role.
Chip damage.
Yeah, is not to go and kill everybody instantly. It's to chip them with the mini and just be a distraction, and because it adds up in the end.
You had a lot of assists.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have chased the soldier or the engineer, but I really wanted the Engie kill. So, but yeah, we have, again, like I said, we have really really solid players. That make it easy because if my gun does a little bit of damage, they'll finish them off, or the other way around. So it's always nice. And my goal again was just to not die and put the gun down and not die, and run around, run back, whatever I have to do. And yeah, I mean, overall it's a pretty good, a pretty good match. I would say probably our strongest match. We've had some other games where we rolled, but I would say this one was a solid victory because we played together as a team. We had that little I won't say loss, but we had a little setback in that second round, I think, where we were behind by a lot, and we actually came back, which was again pretty impressive, I think. Oh yeah, nice. So okay, I realized what happened when I saw the kill feed. I thought I actually killed the heavy.
Oh, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Right now,
yeah. See, I
thought like, oh, nice, you got
yeah.
it.
See,
like,
I thought I killed the heavy, and then so I was like, oh, okay,
go down there for the medal.
Yeah. So for some reason he didn't die, and then
he stole the health.
Yeah, then he got the health pack, and I was like, oh, great. So yeah, but hey, I delayed him, I guess, for a little bit, and my team finished him off, which again is not that bad of a roll. Capping on the cart, for Engineer, and again, what's so nice is I don't feel like there's a lot of pressure on me as Engineer because it's not a heavy DM class. It's a support role.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're expected to be top score Engineer.
Yeah,
that rarely happens.
Yeah, and there are some scrims and some instances, like especially early in the season, where I would do really well as Engineer, like in terms of point wise, and it was just like, I that's not my job, and it's not just from teleports and all that, like the cheap points. It was just like, kills and assists, and that means that my team. Oh, the scout.
What was that? Out of nowhere.
Flash scout. It just means my team wasn't doing their job. But again, like, it's really nice. Oh, medic!
Oh, the rolling pipe.
The rollers, man. They're so bad in this map. But yeah, our team... Tony going huge!
Going huge on the medic.
Man, what was he
See,
thinking?
it's that kind of stuff that scares pub medics, man.
Yeah.
It's like, holy crap, he's coming in to kill me.
Yeah, I mean, it was sort of a 5-on-1, but hey, that's all right. You know? But yeah, again, big thanks to the team, for working really hard, playing serious, I guess when it counts, but still having fun, and that's nice. Like, no matter win or lose, we got rolled a couple times during the season. But we just talked about it, and we had fun, and that's what's nice.
Yeah, and being in this division, I guess it's not super serious like Platinum. Like I've heard Platinum guys just argue over the mic, and it's like they're so serious about this. Whereas you guys seem to have a lot of fun in this division. Yeah,
and that's sort of unfortunate. Like that's one of the things I realized. Like I know there's probably a big skill drop off between Platinum and Steel, and I'm sure Silver. But to me, like having watched a lot of scrims, Scout. Having watched like a lot of scrims and hearing a lot of the comms, to me the biggest difference between the top teams and the Steel teams are obviously they're a lot better, but they scrim a lot more and they actually have game plan strategies, which is something that we haven't quite yet implemented. Like we kind of know what we're doing, but we're sort of just still running around. We're sort of like running around. But the top teams will have actual strategies and names for places. Like this is, I think, platform. I think Gunrunners actually labeled all of the crates as well.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's stuff that we clearly aren't going to do because it's too much, you know? So, but again, like, I think the team, if play a couple more seasons, probably could start playing definitely Silver, but maybe in the near future play Platinum because I think that we have the skill and, clearly it's just a matter of putting in the scrim time, and
building a team like a good like regular lineup. Yeah,
because it's not just putting good players together. A lot of it is putting people that can work together well and have fun and not argue over the mumble chat. Because again, I hear that so much. The teams just argue all the time, and it's just I don't know how they play that. So anyway, thanks guys for watching this Super Mystery Fish. You can look us up on UGC, and a big thanks to all of the people on the team. It was a great match. Good season so far. Hopefully I continue playing, but if not, it's been awesome.